It's really good that this game happened. I know when I first got the job here at Mississippi State, Porter contacted me about doing this, and it's a shame that I really didn't know anything about the game of change. And I think a lot of people outside of Mississippi State and Loyola are not familiar with that game, and I think it's a significant step in NCAA history of basketball. And then you talk about the one thing. Usually, Mississippi has a lot of negative connotations when it comes to race relations, and to see something like this where it's such a positive thing in regards to race relations in Mississippi, and particularly our university, I think it's something that should be promoted and a lot of people should know. Beyond that, just talking about the game, I guess overtimes have been good to Mississippi State here this week. Obviously, we would like not to be in those situations, but when you get in there and you get a win for both football and basketball, it is a good thing. So I'm really happy with the way Andre Applewhite came in there and stretched there and played defense and did try to go outside of himself on the offensive end and really did a good job on the defensive end for us. But when it came down to it, I think why you guys can see why we keep going to Montgomery, Alabama, and Carver High School and recruiting, because between those two guys, they gave us 44 points, so that's always a good thing.
Talk about Quez stepping up, Rock stepping up with Gavin not having one of his better games.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, Roquez, when he plays with that much energy, he's always a huge help. And then when he's going to score like that, it's an added bonus. They're a smaller team inside, so we thought we could kind of get some buckets inside. We thought we could get them from Gavin. We thought we could get them from Colin. And we thought we could get it from Roquez, too. So, but he did a really good job of forcing the issue in the paint and posting up hard, and we got him the ball. I thought they surrounded Gavin a lot when he got the ball, but Quez is such a kind of a shifty dude in there that even though they were double teaming at times, he was able to split that double team and still get to the rim.
Thoughts on Craig kind of just taking over there when you needed him the most, and kind of did what he does best on the offensive end?
Yeah. Well, obviously he's really good off that ball screen. He's just such an explosive athlete, and that one he caught in the corner, I mean, he got it and he was at the rim dunking it before I could even blink. So it was really, really impressive what he did on the offensive end. And that's what we need Chicken to do. We need him to be a guy who can create offense, not just for himself, but for others. And I think Tyson Cunningham came in and hit 2 huge threes. And we struggled from the three-point line, but I think we took contested threes at times rather than wide-open threes. And I thought Tyson's threes were wide open and shots that he should take. But Chicken is such a phenomenal athlete, and he can get to the rim like that. It really causes the other team problems. So they have to make a choice. Do they shrink their defense and just kind of pack it in and give up those open looks to other guys? Or do they just try to take away some of those open looks and then open up the lane? And when you open up the lane, he's really hard to guard.
I think when you first got here, you said that you felt like Craig could drive in on just about anybody in the country, but it's just kind of teaching him what to do when he gets to the rim. And in the overtime, he got the dunk on the baseline and then came down and got the three-point play. Do you kind of see him developing as far as driving to the basket goes?
Yeah, and I think what we're doing offensively has helped him out. And that's something I thought philosophically that I had to do. I thought we were a motion-based offense and were a lot of screens off the ball, and I thought we had to change some things where we're screening on the ball to give people like Craig an opportunity. I think IJ will flourish that way too because he can attack the lane as well. I think the biggest thing which you referenced to is decision making. Once Chicken comes off those ball screens or once he attacks into the paint, I think he's such a better person as far as like the decision making process once he gets to the rim now.
With Fred missing the 2 free throws and then coming down on the next possession and blocking the shot and staying on his man, is that something he could have done last year, or would is he better equipped not to lose his focus and not worry about those free throws?
Yeah, I think Fred would have probably been off somewhere else in the corner. His man had been back cutting for a layup or something like that last year. But it shows some resolve on his part. Obviously, we'd like for him to shoot and make those free throws because I do think he's a good shooter. And I think we missed 9 of our last 14 free throws, and we were 12 or 14 from the free throw line beforehand. So, you got to make those free throws down the stretch. But it was good on Fred's part. He kind of kept his head into the game and didn't live in that moment with the free throws and moved on past it.
You mentioned